he would have been able to continue the discussion and the road that I always believe the discussion of hip hop and the road hip hop would have taken would have been totally completely different.
Yeah.
It would have created a whole different.
It probably wouldn't be no Jay-Z. Well, Jay-Z would have. It still would have been Jay-Z. It still would have been Jay-Z, but it wouldn't.
It would have still been a Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I think it would have been.
I think
Jay-Z would have still been around. Things would have been different.
I think his route would have been exactly what he's doing now. It wouldn't have been rap.
I think his route would have been
business
with Biggie, because he did mention that him and Biggie was supposed to have an album together. Mm-hmm. So I think they would have probably did some things together, whereas Rockefeller probably wouldn't have been able to be what it was.
Would you think Snoop Dogg would be in the situation if Pac was still alive? Because that's another.
What you mean?
Like, would you think Snoop Dogg would be as big as he is now?
Did you hear Doggy Style?
Of course.
Okay then. What are we talking about?
I never connected Snoop and Tupac.
No, but you had to.
I know they came up together like in Death Row.
Yeah,
but for me, I feel like Snoop had his own lane and
Tupac
because Tupac did not just rap; he started doing movies. So I feel like Tupac was going towards becoming one of those rappers turned.
Tupac had
artist.
Tupac had an identity crisis, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. That's
seriously, if you ask me, right?
But didn't he go to a school for the arts?
Yeah, with Marlon and
I think he always just wanted to be an actor.
Yeah,
but I think he did that, because think about it. At what point? This man became a thug after he saw Juice.
Yeah,
I strongly believe. When he did the movie Juice, he held on to that persona.
Yeah.
Me personally, I believe that. I think the same thing with Gucci. Mm-hmm. People saying, "Oh, Gucci Man, a killer." Yes, Gucci did shoot that man from self-defense, but he had to. Mm-hmm. From that point forward is when Gucci started taking on that persona. But if you see Gucci now, it's like, damn. We love this Gucci.
Mm-hmm. I like this new Gucci.
I love both. Listen, I love both Gucci. I love both Guccis. Gucci, I can't help it. The old Gucci is familiar to me because it reminds me of so many I done been around. Mm-hmm. But the new Gucci, that's showing me progression. He's showing growth. That I love that also. Mm-hmm. Like there's no staying stagnant. He kept going. Mm-hmm.
I have a question, just to not to derail us, but just because you said something that was really interesting to me. You said progression, and how Gucci has progressed, and I always use this as an example because it was something that stuck with me. Jay-Z long time ago when he started coming out with new music and he started working with Linkin Park and started doing different things. Everybody was dogging him. Everybody was talking shit about him because they were like, "Oh, it's not the same Jay. It's not the same Jay. It's not the same Jay."
Broke that barrier, dude.
And so JC was like, when I first started, I came off the street and I came from selling crack in Brooklyn to now owning businesses. So my mindsets are different.
Yeah.
Do you feel that as a generation or as a culture, we look down upon individuals who progress and start speaking about the progression? And it seems like, what am I trying to say? Because
I know what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm trying to say? It looks like we downgrade someone who raps about their progression.
We do.
And we don't celebrate it. And we rather have the old. Because even Gucci now, everybody was like, Gucci don't sound the same. Gucci don't sound the same. And it was like, he's not the same. He just came out of prison and he was he'd been through hell.
You know who's going through that too now? Even Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy is he's a mogul now. He's like
Jeezy, and that's what also made me think about it because Jeezy said it in the Breakfast Club. He's like, I'm not doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. I'm moving up. I'm doing different things. I'm not thinking about the same things that I was before. Mm-hmm. I'm not in the situation that I was before.
This is why I love Lil Wayne. Mm-hmm. Wayne did that years ago, where he was like, I don't care what nobody's saying. I don't care what nobody's talking about. I'm finna skate because I want to do it. Mm-hmm. I always tell people, be yourself and the rest of the world will adjust to you. Mm-hmm. Even the way I am now. Mm-hmm. People accept it. Mm-hmm. But before it's like, damn, nigga, you ain't this, you ain't what you know what I'm saying, you ain't what you used to be. Mm-hmm. Just because I wasn't a nigga that'll run around and want to fight everybody anymore. Yeah. Or because I wasn't, we finna hop in the car, we finna go do some plays. Nah, bro, I'm good. Mm-hmm. Like, y'all go do that. I'm over here with it. Mm-hmm. Right? Why we look down on people that progress, I really can't say. I would say that they do it in retrospect when they start feeling nostalgic about a certain something. Like, people love to say, "Oh, I miss the old Wayne. I miss the old Drake. I miss the old Jigga." Mm-hmm. You miss that moment. Yeah. Like, you remember when you was in summer camp and Wayne dropped Dedication 3, and you loved it so much, and that it brings you back to a certain moment in your childhood. It brings you back to a certain thought.
You can even say that about Kanye. Like, he said it all the time.
I miss the old Kanye.
We all miss the old Kanye.
I think now we
Kanye needs to. He far gone. That's not.
But I always felt like
in progression.
I felt like
I think Kanye is way beyond. Sorry to cut you off, but I think Kanye mentally is way past the rest of us, though, because. Like, even, before you came here earlier, I was, when I was talking about, like, legacy and, I'm fighting for forever. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about grandchildren I'm not even expecting to have. I don't even have children. I'm thinking about investments that will take place 100 years from now. Like I was telling him, I want to put some wine into a vault, lock it up for 100 years. Whatever one of my grandchildren, whatever's alive at the time, they cash out on that. Mm-hmm. I think Kanye is thinking that far ahead. Yeah. I think he's thinking further than that. So for us, it's like, nigga, you are fucking insane. What are you talking about? But he's fighting the fight that some of us have yet to get to. Because one day, I'm going to want to work with, a huge clothing brand. I'm going to be like, yo, what's up? I'm knocking on the door. What's up? Mm-hmm. Like, y'all ain't going to let me in? If Kanye break through those barriers, I can walk through that door in the future.
And I get it. I feel like his antics are what take away from that. Because what you're saying is exactly that. Because me and John were talking about how instead of buying his wife for Christmas diamonds or car or something, he bought her stocks.
Yeah. That's love.
And that right there to me was like, okay, you're crazy and all, but you have your head screwed on right, because if something were to happen to him and he were to lose all his money, y'all have stocks to fall back on that y'all could use to, like, even though I don't think that family's gonna ever.
But he's not crazy though.
But I just
he's a visionary.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see how you would say that. I just feel like his antics to me take away from the genius that he is.
Is it antics or is it passion?
No, I think it's antics.
Listen, because I'm a very passionate person, so it have been plenty of times I done had my Kanye moments. Passion is dangerous. Mm-hmm. It is very dangerous. Like, when I become passionate about something, pardon my language, I don't give a fuck what everybody else talking about. Mm-hmm. Like, this is what it is. If I can't get what's in me out, it frustrates the hell out of me. Like, I be wanting to pull my hair out when I can't get my ideas out. And I don't want to, but at the same time, I don't want to put my ideas out until they're exactly the way that I see them.
See, I work that way. My passion is different. When I'm passionate about something, I'm very quiet about it. I won't put it out. Yeah. I'm very like, okay, I'm going to work on this. I'm not going to tell anybody about it, but I'm going to keep doing it. And when I can't get it, that's when I'm kind of, okay, like, who can help me in it? And I slowly start bringing in people. I feel like when you start when you're passionate about something, maybe it's because of my personal past and what I've experienced, but when you're passionate about something, it's like your baby, and so I'm very protective of mine. Oh yeah. So I don't need anybody who isn't going to progress into this passion and isn't going to grow this passion. I don't need nobody in it. So that's what I'm saying, like, with his antics, like, I feel like sometimes he takes away from that genius that he really is. Because instead of letting the world see, like you said, like Lil Wayne, he was one of those people that when he started skateboarding, everybody was like, what the? And then after that, everybody was skateboarding. Yeah. To this day. Like, no one, he didn't have to go all out or anything. Like, no one was like, oh, like, like what Kanye did, all the stuff that Kanye did. Like, you don't call out your best friend because his wife didn't call you a wife.
Yeah. Now that right there, I definitely disagree with.
Like, you know, there's certain things that he has done where, okay, I get why you've done it, and then there's other things that he's done that it's like, dude, you're taking away from what you're trying to accomplish. I agree. I think that him wanting to break into high fashion and him having to go through all the stuff that he has gone through, like, we joked about it and stuff like that, but, like, he was genuinely trying to open a doorway for other fashion designers of minorities that were minorities.
Now, if you think about it, if you ask me, I think he was somewhat successful.
He was.
Virgil, which is Kanye's homie, made Off-White.
Yeah.
Off-White is an umbrella of Kanye. One of the ASAP boys got something going on with I think Nike or somebody else.
Not Nike.
Adidas.
Not even Adidas. It's Guess. You talking about ASAP Rocky with Guess? You talking about that collaboration?
What is the other homeboy name? He made V-Long.
Who? Ferg?
Bari. ASAP Bari.
ASAP Bari. Might be.
It's something called V-Long.
It might be Adidas.
Right, like so we have artists that's doing things with these big brands, big corporations and clothing. We even got Yachty with Nautica.
Yeah, he was doing Target before too.
Yeah. He's doing both.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Kanye got something to do with that. So I don't care what anybody say. I don't care about the hype of anything. I don't even wear Jordans. The only Jordans I like is the Sixes. I think those look good. That's why I think they look good. I don't care about the history. I don't care if the Jordan 1s came out and it was... So what? If it don't look good... Well, I think the 1s look good. But like the 13s, I don't think they look good. I'm not finna wear them. When Kanye came out with the Nikes, I was like, yo, these shits are dope. Yeah. These are dope. Details.
The Yeezys look good.
I don't like the Yeezys. Maybe it's just me.
Which ones? The Adidas or the Nike?
The Adidas Yeezys.
I like them both. The Adidas just... I like things that look weird, so...
Yeah.
It looks like a house shoe to me.
But, one last question.
No, I had one more question, and then you can ask your question.
Because I got to do homework.
I know. So you have 2 more questions, and then we're done. My other question was, you know, I see you as someone who will progress to bigger and better things one day. I don't know what you have going on now. I've heard of you through John, but
my brother.
I don't know, like, all of the things that you're doing. You know, I'm pretty sure you have more than one thing.
Yeah.
And you said something earlier about how Kanye is looking into the future and he's fighting a fight that we don't have to experience yet. And I think that as a minority and we're going to get married and have kids, and you said, like, you know, when you have grandkids, you want to take a wine and put it in a bowl. Why do you think that our generation, especially our black and brown people, don't see that? Like, they don't think of that. They don't think of, you know, wanting to invest into their future.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Really?
Yes, we were just talking about... I mean, you could break it down.
Yeah, I think...
I should be here more often.
I think, and for my situation, I think I'm a unique situation, right? Like, just to give an example before I go into it, you have Jordan, you have Kobe. I would take basketball advice from Kobe before I would take it from Jordan, because I feel like Jordan is a God-given talent. Kobe worked towards his. There's a difference. Yeah, Jordan may be better, but we can tell from his team, Jordan can't pick out talent worth of shit. Kobe, when it comes to technicals, when it comes to details, when it comes to this, and that, Kobe has perfected his craft, and I'm off. Mastery is my ultimate goal right now. Kobe has mastered basketball. Although he's, you know, people say he's not better than Jordan. I agree. But Kobe has mastered basketball because he's worked for it. I can't give advice on why I think that way because I feel like it's God-given. Nothing in my circumstances growing up has given me the green light or the access to the information I have now. Like, even the way I talk now, I'm able to articulate because I taught myself how to speak this way. Before I used to be slang. I used to cuss after every single word. When I started growing my hair, I started reading books. I knew people were going to judge me. I was like, cool, people going to judge me, grow my hair. Let me start reading. And I became this person. There's books that has helped shape and mold me to become